We talk football and current events, sitting and chatting with the very best guests. With two Scottish boys and we're loving it. So if you like witty banter, check the former #1 podcast on iTunes, Sitting and Chatting.
Hello and welcome back to Sitting and Chatting podcast. I'm Whyte.
I'm Jamie Allan.
And you're joined by two very tired co-hosts.
No, not at all.
Yeah, not at all. Not at all.
We're up to go.
We'll start with you anyway. I mean, you've had your second vaccine, double vax by joining the crew. And you've also been cunted by it in the same way that I was.
Yep. Gang. I mean, I went and got it yesterday. Felt fine. As time went on, it got bad. Worse and worse. And eventually I was like, well, my arm's really fucking sore. That's fine. But then I got absolutely melted this morning. Woke up, was like, I feel like shit. Feeling sick. Head was banging. Sniffling like fuck. And I was like, well, this is great. So I went to work. I was fucked majority of the day, but that's what it is, isn't it? You know, you take it on the chin.
Yeah, I know. I'm pretty sure. Did we record after I had my second one? Did we record the day after? I seem to remember we might have done.
No, I feel like we left it close yet.
I might have done. I waited a day. So fair play. Because see, when I got it, we probably talked about it at the time, but like, so I got it bad as well on the first one. You got it bad as well, didn't you? On the first try.
Yeah.
Yeah, you and me are genuinely the only people that I know that have had it rough on both occasions. Most people are fine over both of them, and some people occasionally get it bad on the first one. We're the only folk that I know that have had it rough on both occasions.
Well, I've had it really bad on the second. I feel worse now than what I did with the first one.
Yeah, no, I didn't feel like, so like, see, when I had the first one, right, I felt like actually like sick, like, you know, like if you're actually like got like a bug or something like that. The second time though, I just felt tired, like I couldn't move, like I was so like achy and like just lethargic. Is that the same that you've kind of had it?
I've not been asked at all at any point of the day. I had I'm still feeling a bit sick though. So I don't know if that's something you had first. Sick.
First spew on the podcast, shall we have
Nah, not at all. Nah. I'm a man of I'm a man of integrity and pride. I don't know how.
Are you? When was the last time you spewed to go on?
Last time I spewed?
Yeah.
Like as in like on a night out or that, or just in general?
No, just in general.
Honestly, I have no idea.
You held yourself together then pretty rough.
I've honestly no idea. I feel like it was when I was ill last, but obviously I can't remember when that was. I have no idea. But to be honest, I'm one of those, like, kind of, if I'm going to spew, I want to get it out of the way. So, like, I'll go there, I'm like, no, I'm being sick, end of story. And then
I've gone there with that as an age. As a kid, it was always the worst. I was just like, nope, just refuse. We'll not do it.
Just avoid the spew. I know.
It's because it's like sore as well when like you're in pain as well. Like it's fucking like sore for the back of your throat for like ages afterwards.
Okay. But no, I can't remember the last time I was sick. Like off the top of my head, I can't remember. I believe it was the last time I was ill.
You're doing pretty well for the most part. Like, so I mean, the good thing is though, see when I went, because I had by chance I had a day off on the day of my second vaccine, like so I went and got mine like 6 o'clock at night, and then I had the full next day off, and I was back to work the day after. That full day off, I was fucked, and I went to bed at like. Bear in mind, I've been in my bed for. I don't know, if I was to hazard a guess out of the full day, probably 18 hours. I would say I would have been in my bed.
I respect that.
And I got to the point where I went back again to bed, going to sleep, and I'm just like, I'm just gonna have to set my alarm for 7 o'clock and just phone them and say, look, I'm fucked, I can't come in. Yes, at that point, wake in, and I felt fucking amazing. Honestly, I felt like I'd been touched by God or something. I felt cured, and it was.
I know the difference, like on the first one, the difference I felt was mad as well because obviously, like I said, I was fucked. I took the day off, the day after off work, but then that night I was off work. I felt shit the whole day, and then I got up and I was like, I'm fucking like I'm really bad. So then I got in sick that full day, and then that night I felt horrible. Next day I was like, I'm fucking fine. I didn't need to phone in. I'm fine. What did I care? So
good life.
It's weird.
I'm sorry to offend you here, but you've got like a green spot in the middle of your screen, which is fucking doing my tits in, and I know what you feel about green, so.
I know what it is. It's because of the light, but
right, that's fine. Yeah, sure.
you're fucking switch it in.
I know. I just, I didn't want you to have anything green on you. I'm trying to look.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that massively.
But yeah, so hopefully come tomorrow you'll wake up and feel fucking top of the world and all that push.
That's it. That's the dream.
Speaking of COVID though, because everyone loves that topic, try and get topics for today, and I've seen that we're on the way to potentially, rocketing cases again, potentially, things are fucked again at Christmas. It's all awful stuff.
It makes sense though.
Do you think when was it we went to lockdown? It was like 21st of December, wasn't it? We went into like a lockdown last time, wasn't it?
Second one.
Yeah. Because you picked me up and I think I had like 2 days before, like from the airport when I came back from Jersey. I think we had like 2 days and then I was back in it.
Yeah. It was something like that.
I really really fucking hope it's not the case again this time. Oh, the fucking thought again, because that one was by far the worst one, because that was from end of December till like March, April kind of thing. That was fucking hard. Like, but do you think it'll happen?
Nah, not a chance. I just can't see
They're
it.
fucking not. We'll read this fucking.
I feel like clubs and all that shit will shut again though.
You think? I mean, have you been to one in Scotland yet? Like, I'll just say in general to that club yet.
No.
I was kind of like, I've not really had the chance of that to go to Glasgow or anything like that. Because obviously all the ones in Stirling currently are still shut.
Yeah.
It's just incredible planning by those in charge. So you're predicting then it won't be a full close and all that?
No, if it's like they're saying it's going to get really bad again, I can believe it. I can get on board with it, but
you'd be fine with it.
No. What I mean is, like, I believe the fact that it's getting bad again.
Right.
So, like, I'm on board with that statement. However, as for everything shutting again or a full lockdown again, I don't think you've got anything to fear, because we can't afford it.
Sorry, that I just don't think people would do it. Would they? People wouldn't go through with it.
No chance.
Is there any other countries in the world right now that are actually in a full lockdown anymore?
I don't think so.
Oh
no, wait. Yeah, there is. There's some countries in the Caribbean, because my grand's going on a Caribbean cruise. Soon. Like, I think there's like 50%. 50% of the islands are closed fully, so like, they're no to dock.
I'm not being funny about a cruise. Well, it's good and bad today. So I think a cruise must have been one of the most struggling industries in the whole world, like, of the last year, right? However, so you can get them probably very cheap, I imagine, right now. However, I can't think of a place where you're more fucked in the world if someone has COVID than on a cruise.
Well, but the thing is, the way the cruises were working, it was everybody got a negative test. The boat was like a normal area. It was just like a safe zone. So it could either be the safest place or
the most unsafe place.
The most unsafe place. You know what I mean? It was one or the other. But
Because like I've seen like all the videos and that of like folk that have been fucking tested positive and they have to like fucking wipe everything down. Everyone's stuck on a boat for fucking 4 days that can't move, like an inch away from the island and all that.
Aye.
That's it as well, right? If you go obviously like to like all the countries and that, and if say you did have COVID, they won't obviously fucking let you in. So you have to be just fucking docked in port and that for like however long until something recovers.
There's two. I think there was 2 countries. I think it's I mean, there was one of them called Saint Martin or some shit.
Oh yeah.
They aren't allowing anyone near the country.
You will not come within 100 miles.
Aye, like they're not allowing ships to dock or nothing like that.
Wait a
Like,
minute.
we're just going right past that. I was like, fair enough.
So like, how long's the cruise then this year for?
3 weeks.
That seems kind of short actually. Mostly since like a month or 2 months on or something like that.
Nah, I think 3 weeks is the minimum.
Do you have a day one?
I would need to trial and error because obviously my travel sickness. So
I'll take a cruise from.
I'll take a 10-minute boat trip.
I'll take a cruise from Glasgow to London, please. I'll take it.
But if I was genuinely fine, 100% I would do that. Okay.
See, as a bairn, right, I always had a fear of boats, and I don't know why. Like just then, like sinking. Like
I suppose.
I always get like a weird feeling in my stomach and that. Like, say if I ever watch a film, like there's a sunken boat. Like I'm no fear of it, but you know that way when you're sort of like, oh, like that doesn't feel right. But and like so, like whenever I've been on boats, like for the most part, I've been fine. But if I've been out at sea and on a boat, it's kind of like I feel fine, but it's that kind of nervousness as well of it.
Yeah.
But weirdly, I've been on 2 submarines before, and that was fine.
I mean, that's fair enough, I suppose.
But it's just like, I don't know, maybe it's just a sinking part in it. That's the scary thing. But
I don't think so much it was the water or the boats like that. It was more the fear of it, the Titanic happening.
No, literally, like, see, even like now, like, see if I see like videos or like pictures of like sunken ships at the bottom of the ocean, that just gives me like shit shivers and that all year.
That's weird as fuck.
It's not like a phobia because like, I could get on a boat if you had asked me to, but it would just be like I don't know, uncomfortableness.
Aye. One of the things you would be nervous, but you'd be like,
yeah, I could get over it. It's like heights. I'm not the biggest fan of it, but I can handle it fine if I was asked to do it.
Actually, that's one thing. I always get like a really shaky feeling when I'm like up high. Like, I might not even be that high, but like I look down and you know that way you feel like your heart's sunk, and you get like an instant sicky feeling. I get that when I look down, but I'm fine. I used to work on scaffolding all the time. It used to be really high, but I would always get that feeling when I was at the top. But I'm not looking at.
I think that would be worse as well because that isn't like a solid structure, is it? That's just like fucking planks of wood. Yeah,
it's wobbly as fuck. But like, see, like, when I was on them, right, you'd be on them, and then it would be wobbling, fuck, and then you'd be like, right, okay, this is. And then you look down, you go, oh, right, okay, there's my sick feeling. Yeah. But then I wouldn't be the type of cunt that would walk about holding on or anything like that.
Yeah.
I'm fine. Do you know what I mean? But it was just that feeling
You're
of,
no para.
Oh, yeah, fucker. No, I'm no para, no. But it's the feeling of, oh, yeah, I kind of feel sick.
You know, like how you get literally, your no paras become like the fucking YOLO of 2021.
Rod.
Right. Shall we move on to the wall?
Go for it, aye.
Actually, before we do it, I should probably explain. We're not doing this today over Zoom because Jamie's feeling rough with COVID. We might have done, but that's not the entire reason. I mean, we've explained it in next week's episode, but next week's episode was recorded 2 weeks in advance because I'm in the process of moving currently. And next week will be the final one in the current studio. Number 5 we worked out when we were with Menzies. So we're going to have more studios than the years that we've been doing this. It's quite impressive. Currently stressing because in terms of designs, I have no idea because I won't see the place until the Friday. And obviously we'll be recording on the Wednesday, I presume, unless something happens. So that'll be a fun wee plan around, which, yeah, might need to get you in for that. But anyway, if you've not seen the show before or listened to it, we have basically this wall, which we call the quality and shite wall. I always say it the wrong way around. Basically, each week, me and Jamie pick out 5 different topics, and we have to rate it if we think it's really shite or if it's really quality. And we sort of judge it by going up and down the wall. So, got the envelope of dreams.
Looking forward to it this week, I'm not going to lie.
What?
I'm really looking forward to this week, I'm not going to lie.
All right.
Stop.
Oh, well, something that you've become more of an expert in recently. Horror movies.
Yeah.
Right. Well, I'll let you go because you've sort of had a change of heart in recent years, haven't you?
I don't know. So horror movies, as such, are still a bit pointless in my opinion. They bore me. It's the jump scare ones are shit. They're really shit. However, horror movies that have a storyline that's keeping you on your toes and keeping you guessing at all times, with the occasional jump scare, I can get on board with massively. However, the things that I've been watching in terms of horrors, or whatever the claim is horrors, it would be your likes of The Haunting of the Hill House, which we spoke about before. That was a storyline. Granted, it was a season, but that was a storyline across like maybe 10 episodes or something that kept you gripped every episode. Not an episode where you were not you would never be preoccupied. You would never be on your phone. You would eat your dinner when you were watching it because you wanted to make sure you knew what was going on. Yeah. That was amazing. It changed my mind on horror series, if you will. But as for like the Saw movies and they're just fun. They're fun. Final Destination, it's not horror, but again, it's fun. But horrors as such, if it's a jump scare movie, it's shite, don't watch it. But if it's something that's got a storyline behind it that's going to keep you gripped, I'm fucking fully on board for that.
The thing is, right, out of all the movie genres, right, there are, now, obviously, you and me both have like our favourite sort of genres, like everyone has their own favourite genres. What I would say to that is, no matter how much you love horror, I believe everyone would probably agree that the genre with the most shit films in it will be horror. Now, I'm not the biggest rom-com guy fan that there is out there, but I can guarantee you there'll probably be better versions of that than there will be in horror. I can probably as well say things like, I don't know, dramas, there's probably millions more better ones. Just that way of the quality of the actual genre is so piss poor. And like I said, yeah, you do get your diamonds in the rough as such occasionally, but I mean, you even look there, I've never seen the Halloween films, but the fucking Michael Myers one came out, a few days ago there. Yeah. Everyone's saying it's fucking shit and everyone hates it. And that's like one of the most beloved franchises of all time in that genre. So like, if even they can't get it right, not many people will.
No, it is. It's a total hit or miss. You say I've had a change of heart. I really know.
Yeah, I thought you were actually more on board for them than I thought.
No, fuck that. I back it in spooky season. Quite enjoy it.
Aye, that was kind of more though. So like, would you like see at this point in the year now? Would you enjoy like going to cinema with like Taylor saying just watching like a shit horror film?
Aye, I would. It's just the fun side of it, Like we've already started watching a couple of random different things. We've watched the Halloweens. We're watching. We watched Final Destination, although it's not a horror. We watched.
But I know what you mean.
It does. We're going to start the Saws soon. We watched the Scream again, but again, Scream's not horror, but it's just that funny Halloween acts, inspiration. So, I like it in that sense. I can get on board with spooky season, but majority of horrors are pish. So I'd still put them in the shite category for sure.
It's going quite far down for me. Like, again, right, actually, no, because I'm done. I don't like this argument of like the way that you and me do of like, would I rather do X, Y, and Z or do that? I think we have to judge it on what it is solely, and I'd say it's quite far down the bottom.
Yeah.
Right.
3/4 of the way. I wouldn't.
Yeah. No, I'm not saying right at the very end, but 3/4 is where I was thinking as well. Right. What have I got?
You definitely need to watch Haunted Hill House, so 100%.
I did watch all of it. I watched a few episodes. I was actually enjoying it, but I did forget it, so keep going. Because after we'd done that podcast about it, I did go through and watch it. And then you said to me, "Oh, you'd watch again with me." We were planning doing so, but I just forgot.
Honestly, just rewatch the full thing by yourself. Well, restart it, watch the full thing by yourself, and it'll change your mind on horror series if they're all like that.
Got an interesting one up next. We were just speaking about it. Rom-coms. That's our film team one, clearly.
I'm not gonna lie, I can fully get on board with a rom-com. Like,
what's your favourite?
I don't know if I've got a favourite.
See, it's like a rom-com as well, right? Like, you know, like those sort of like teenage coming of age films, you know, like you're like what's it called? Mean Girls and all that sort of shit. Is that all?
To an extent, aye. Like the first one that comes out of my mind when I think of rom-coms is there's two. Like White Chicks is a rom-com.
Yeah.
And the other one is it We're the Millers? We're the Millers, you know, the one with Adam Sandler.
Oh yeah. Wait, no, isn't Meet the Millers the one with Jane Aniston in it?
Yeah. It's her and Adam Sandler.
Yeah. I didn't realise.
I can fully get bored with that, I'm not gonna lie. It's funny. It's good humour, it's like quick wit, it's no the boring shite stuff, it's like just quick jokes. And getting bored with that. I feel like I want to watch myself though, do you know what I mean? That's the only thing about a rom-com. I feel like I need to watch it with a female companion. You know, otherwise it's a bit weird, isn't it?
They're all kind of the same, aren't they, in boring? I mean, you know, either in previous relationships or, you know, with Tasha living here with Duncan the majority of the time at the moment, or, you know, being around mainly female like friends in college. You know, I've had to endure my fair share, and also only being my mum in my household, you know, I've had to see a fair share of them. And for the most part, they're still quite shit. Now, granted that it's personal preference, but in my opinion, they're all very samey, and not in a good way. It's all kind of the same premise, you know, early 2000s, you know, good-looking bloke falls for strong, independent, good-looking woman of the same era, and they will hate each other at first but fall madly in love by the end.
I know, but I feel like
it's in New York as well. Like they're all in like New York or places like that as well.
I feel like you're being a bit. That's poor though, because if you ask me, like all action movies you could claim the same.
Totally get that. However, I'd say in the way that they're like, I think what action and other films, even like horror, have going for it to an extent over that is, yes, 99% of the time the plots will be very similar, because obviously it's very hard to make something original in this day and age. But what I will say going into it is like things like Saw in action films, like you can film quite differently. Like you can often have quite different, you know, you can film it in exciting ways. You can have exciting set pieces, you know, all that kind of stuff. When your plot is mainly revolved around, you know, having single camera shots of two people talking to each other in a city, like they all kind of look the same, they all kind of feel the same, more so because they don't have, and I'm not saying like they need to have explosions of that, but I feel like a lot of them are shot in the same way, which makes it, and it's kind of the same tropes, if you get me, so it makes me more difficult to get on board with it.
So take White Chicks into it.
No, that's the other thing I was going to say, right? See those two films you gave there? Yes, they are rom-coms, but they're also very exceptions to the rule, if that makes sense.
Yeah, well, I feel like you're singling it a small minority of films that are shot in.
Shall I just Google rom-com right now and see what comes up on Google? Because I I've genuinely not done this, but I guarantee you the poster for all of them will be a white background with 2 white people in the middle, 1 male, 1 female. The title will be on the bottom. Do you want me to Google rom-com movies right now and I will show you that? Right?
Very racist. Right?
Movies.
Why is it going to be white actors? That's very racist.
Because the industry is very racist, Jamie.
Mm-hmm. Okay. White chicks was
okay.
2 black males.
That was not what I was expecting.
You're wrong.
No, accidentally.
Private tabs.
No. I accidentally combined the words together and they gave me some type of porn which I've never seen before, but there we go, right? So there we go, right? Why won't it fucking focus? I've got the light in the way. But...
Just read a couple to me as well.
There you go. Look at all those posters there, all the same film.
It's a couple.
How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. Ghosts of a Girlfriend's Past. Why Him? 3 to Tango. Bridget Jones's Diary.
What a movie,
Failure to Launch. The Proposal.
Did you ever watch Bridget Jones?
My mum had it in the background a few times. All I remember from that is the 2 guys at the end fighting in the street.
Honestly, what a movie.
The 2 posh guys, like, scrapping out in the street.
Honestly, that's some movie. That's him at a Kingsman. I can't remember his name.
Hugh Grant. No,
Hugh Grant.
That's the other, no, that's the other one.
No.
He's in that as well, but there's another one as well. Oh fuck, I'm gonna have to do that. That's good.
But based on the ones you said there, they're very lovey-dovey, I'll not lie.
Yeah, but I mean, like, that is the stereotypical image of rom-coms that I think of when I think of rom-coms. Yes, you get the exception to the rule, but
fair enough.
Colin Firth. No, wait,
that's it.
Is it Colin Firth?
Yeah, it is 100%. Right, so based on the small minority that you're selecting there, right? If we're basing it off that.
But that's what they all
are. You're saying the exception to the rule. I'd base it off the exception to the rule. You're basing it off the stereotypical rom-coms.
Yeah.
So I say we meet in the middle.
Okay, so all right, okay. So where, like, before all this before this topic, where would you have put them?
Rom-coms in general, I can get on board and enjoy. Probably in the middle. I'd say that there's no shite and there's no quality.
See, to me, I'm saying about halfway in shite, so we're gonna have to go like top third of shite then.
Fair enough.
Right.
I feel like the exception to the rule weighs the shite.
I think that's enough. I don't think that's enough exceptions to the rule.
Oh, there absolutely is.
That's also that if we're looking for an exception to the rule of the standards, then it's probably not good.
And stuff like Bridget Jones as well. Like, what a fucking movie. No, but you're saying you're looking at exception to the rule means it's no bad. Like, no. We can't go off that. That's bullshit. Because obviously everything, like, you didn't know that James Bond was like a fucking, we came under Thriller or some shit or whatever it was.
No.
Mine.
I did. It was the fucking, which one was it? Because there was one that fucking, there was one of them that I was shocked about, but it wasn't.
I can't remember, but it's like basically, like, the exception to the rule is based on, the genre they're put in. But 9 times out of 10, the genre they're put in is like the complete opposite to what you expect it to be.
Do you actually have any films? Not all of our film categories are shit at the moment.
What you've got to bear in mind though is I'm not a big film person.
Also, as well, the majority of films are shit. It's only the good ones you remember, or the really bad ones. Right, tell me to stop fidgeting.
Stop.
Oof. A franchise to bring us back. Grand Theft Auto.
By the way, this is honestly. See, for me, this is up there with Grime and that, mate, honestly. The times I had...
Oh, there's nothing better. There's nothing GTA.
The times I had on GTA, on every game, by the way, not just GTA 5, every game, genuinely incredible.
My uncle's never been like a big gamer person, but he always had like an old PS1 in the house. Like when I was a kid, he'd let me go over and play on it. Like Grand Theft Auto, like the first one. And it's also just like blocks in the sky, and I, as like a 6-year-old, I'm just playing this with no fucking clue what's happening. Sorry. But like as well, like 4 and 5. I'll be honest, I only played bits of San Andreas. But 4 and 5, what a fucking games, by the way.
Oh, for sure. I honestly, right, I think it's the most grossing
number 5
franchise.
Number 5 is like one of the biggest selling games or something like that.
No, I think it's the most gross revenue ever in a game. So
well, I mean, it still makes some money. You see, folks still play GTA 5 to this day. It's it's an 8-year-old game. Like it's
elite though. Like,
oh yeah, no, absolutely. Like see when GTA 5 Online came out, by the way. Oh, I had so many fun times on that game. On 360, like that's the thing as well. It shows the test at the time. I had it on the 360, I had it on the PS4, and I had it on the PC.
I think it's testimony to how good the game is when they've brought out something like 5M. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Like don't get me wrong, the games all have flaws, and it's definitely time for a new one at this point. But it shows how good it still is that folks still play it to this day.
Right. I mean, I'd like to know the reoccurring players to this day. It would be, I think the number would scare you because the amount of people that play it is mad.
I mean, you've seen as well, like, you probably didn't, but like, it was a few years ago now, there was like a documentary that came out, like, because when GTA 3 came out, it was like, there was this big controversy because they had like sex that they were going to put into the game, but they didn't do it in the end, and they took it out, and then someone decoded the game and found it in there, and then sold copies with it in it. So you could have sex with folk, and it became this massive thing. Also, back in the day when like folk were saying like, you know, video games will make you go out and shoot folk and all that sort of thing.
Pete, so reoccurring players, right? Fuck me. Still to this day, it's got 770,000 reoccurring players between 9 in the morning to 12 in the afternoon. And then from 12 in the afternoon to midnight, there is over 4.5 million players. And that's an estimate. Game's 8-year-old. Which that doesn't seem like a lot, like 4.5 mil.
No, that's a fucking lot. Like, I feel like, look at any, like, should we load up Twitch now and see how many folk are playing FIFA 22 right now? Bear in mind the brand new FIFA that came out less than a month ago. So, Twitch. Because, like, it'll be good actually as well to see, like, what the difference is for folk. Search and... I don't actually know how to do this on the phone, fuck. Discover or something. Browse. Right, okay, what is it? Right, okay, so FIFA 22, brand new game that just came out there, right? Fucking has 91k viewers on Twitch, right? Minecraft, again, very old game, the highest selling game of all time, has 141,000 viewers at the moment on Twitch. GTA 5 has 311,000 people watching it right now. And as well, fucking, where is it? The new Call of Duty has under 100k.
Just shows you.
It's doing 3 times the numbers of arguably the 2 biggest like franchise games of all time at the moment.
And it doesn't surprise me. The game's honestly outstanding. It's elite.
See, when you said to me originally, like, oh, we need to have it right at the end, I was kind of like I want it high up. I didn't think that. And see, after we discussed, I think I agree with you, Ash. I think we have to have it right at the very end. Like, it does have its problems, like as a game, but I think they're far outweighed by the positives.
Oh, for sure. I think it's honestly probably the best game that I've had the best memories on. Sorry.
Oh yeah, no, me too.
Yeah,
like I've had so many great times with like schoolmates and that, just fucking trying to do heights or trying to do missions, run people over, shooting people. Like, oh, the fucking shit. Like, spend like 5-6 hours at a time on it. It'll be a shame as well because by the time the next one comes out, I'll probably be fucking 30.
I know that does concern me. I don't know why.
Right. Yeah. Well done, GTA. You join the illustrious club of James Bond, Premier League, Toast Grind, YouTube, rotary phones, video players, and suits.
Love that. Excellent.
As you can see, we have a very capable system of judging these things.
Yeah.
Okay, this is a weird one. I don't know why I did this, to be honest. Wallpaper. Where do you stand on wallpaper in your gaff?
Nah, I'm not a fan. I used to be. I used to not mind it, but
Do you want really fucking? I hate like the fucking sparkly wallpaper you see in like some folks' houses. Like the love, laugh, love kind of people.
the tossers.
That's grim. Don't know. I think it can be done. I think there is ways to do it, but I think for the most part, it looks shite.
Agreed. I feel like there's nothing better than just slapping a bit of paint on the wall.
I mean, to be fair, I don't think it looks great, but I think the actual ones behind the shite quality wall aren't too bad. Like considering it's a rented flat. But yeah, so we just get this done. Probably shite.
Really, really shit. Like right in the bottom shit.
No, I'm not going that far down.
It's shit.
We're going quite far down, but yeah, I'll agree with you on that. Right, last one for the night. Tell me to stop.
Stop.
Oh, okay. Painting. So like not to like, not like an art gallery or anything like that, just painting in general.
In general.
I know some weirdly Fergus can actually draw paint pretty well.
Okay. I feel like painting's no my thing, but drawing I can get on board with because drawing requires a lot more skill, I think.
Yeah. I think painting does. I think drawing's a lot easier to do and you need a lot less. I've tried painting before, right, and I'm fucking shit and I hate it because of that. But in general, I can get on board with it. I think it's like, see if you think about it as well, right? See when I've tried it, it's like using like watercolours and that. So you have to make sure everything's mixed properly. You can't let anything dribble, you can't let anything fall. You also have to fucking make sure there's like plastic around so you don't paint your walls or anything like that. It takes a lot more effort for me than like someone whapping out like a bit of paper and a pencil for me. But I also think as well, because of that, you also get a lot more shit painting than you do drawings. Like for me right now, right, I reckon right now, yeah, if you locked me in a room for a week at a time each, right, I reckon I'd be a much better drawer by the end of the week than I would be painter, if that makes sense.
Really?
Yeah, much better. And I can't do either right now, I'm just saying that, but I reckon I could learn and be much better at drawing quicker than I could paint.
Fair. Well, see, I always thought it was like drawing was easier. Drawing required a lot more skill. Because, painting, slap the brush in the paint and away you go,
But it's never really that easy. See this fucking like thing here right now. Like, can you imagine painting that with a brush?
No,
because painting that with a pencil would be hard as fucking, probably impossible for most people. But then I get closer with a pencil than I do with a paintbrush.
I suppose we look at it that way. That's fair.
But I think also that helps drawing's case out. Like I also like if I ever have to sit on a phone call to like someone that can't be arsed with, obviously I put on the TV in the background. That I'm usually just sitting like diddle on like a bit of paper in front of me. Or if like I'm in work and I'm bored and I've scrolled through Twitter for the 10th time, I might just fanny about and just like draw on a bit of paper in front of me.
That's fair. I respect that.
Yeah, I think like painting. I'm not saying it takes more skill because drawing in general is like a combo. Takes a lot of skill. I think. I respect the folk that do it. It's just not for me.
That's valid.
But I also don't think I would put it in shite. Because I think it's It's
It
something different.
deserves more than
Like it takes a lot of dedication, and also it's kind of good to sort of see like folk honing in their skill as such. Like if you see someone does a class painting, you're always like, by the way, fucking banging. By the way,
yeah.
So for me, I'm not putting it very high in quality, but I'm putting it in quality for me at least. What about you?
I'd say it deserves to be quality.
No. Right, there we go. 2 good, 3 bad. A nicely even spread this week.
Indeed. Worth it.
So, Jamie, moving on from that, why is Mo Salah the best player in the world?
Did we discuss this previously or something?
Nah.
No. Fair. See, the thing is, right now, we're 1000% informed he's the best player in the world. He's not only getting Liverpool out of sticky situations like last night.
See, actually, just before you go on, do you want to talk about that? When did you end up? Did you end up watching it, or you thought to your accent?
No, I watched it in the house when I got in. Saw majority of it. Watched it on my phone and then watched the rest of it in the house when I got in. And honestly, we started off flying, but it wasn't really great. I could see we had opened them up and we had got a couple of goals and it was like, we're flying here. But we weren't playing well, if you know what I mean. Like we didn't look like we were at full.
The first 20 minutes were like class. Against Atletico, we should say, in case the folk don't know what we're talking about.
They look good. They look like they could have absolutely ran away with it in the first 15. But the actual passing and stuff, I just don't think it was as good as what we're normally.
Oh, no, definitely not.
So I knew there was going to, I knew even being 2-0 up away at Atletico is a great one-off, it's a great start, but you know the game's never done. Because I've always said this as well, if Klopp ever leaves and we're in need of a manager, Simeone would be my replacement 100%.
It'd be such a change in style.
The man, I know, but the man is absolutely fucking incredible. Like, what a manager. I hate the cunt, but he's in a fucking astonishing manager. He really is. The way his team was drilled last night, right? When they went 2-0 down, the way they just drilled, he got them drilled, ready to go. They attacked, they defended in packs, and then as soon as they got the ball, they always had one hovering on the edge of Matip, ready to go. That was the way they were playing. And you see him, he made that change as soon as they went 2-0 down. Yeah. And then as soon as they went 2-0 down, they made that change. And honestly, it was tactically amazing because Matip constantly got caught out. Van Dijk wasn't up to speed yesterday as well. And they were letting Griezmann and Felix just run right past with the balls over the top. It was incredible. But
what did he deserve the red card?
Oh, fuck it.
I thought it was slightly harsh. I thought
No
yellow might have been.
It's
Like, it was very dangerous, but he genuinely wasn't looking at it.
Right. So here's the thing. The commentators and the referee, Peter Walton, said he was just trying to control the ball. He wasn't looking at Firmino. How can you not be looking at the ball and be trying to control the ball at the same time?
Oh, no, he was looking at Firmino. He was looking at the flight of the ball the full way down.
Why is your foot away up in the air?
When the ball's that way, like, just fucking run up a foot high and try and control
push. His foot was far too high. It was dangerous play and well worthy a red card, 100%. And if you argue it, you're silly.
Obviously, then we get back into it with a penalty.
Well, like they scored 2 goals. Needless to say, Griezmann scores 2 goals.
So everyone I talked about this game as well thought this was going to be the most boring fucking 1-0 or 0-0 game as well.
I know. To be fair, I didn't expect much. I thought we were going to beat 1-0 or 2-1 or something like that. Yeah. I didn't expect much. But then obviously we conceded 2 goals. They play some good football. Almost get a third. Then we go up and we get a penalty. It was a Stonewall penalty.
Just fucking run straight into him.
Was it Hermosa that done it or something like that?
Yeah.
he literally looked at Jota, went, "Oh no, fuck that," and knocked him over with no intentions of getting the ball. The ball was still in flight. Definitely a penalty.
Yeah.
And then obviously the Egyptian King slotted it home. And then controversy at the end where they went up.
Well, it wasn't even right at the end. It was literally about like 90 seconds after that. Jota then
That's true. Aye.
he gave away a penalty.
Yeah, Jota then gave away a penalty.
I mean, God, it's so fucking lucky.
Which the ref gave, and then it got overturned. And you know what's funny? It might sound biased, but it was never a penalty. Like, it wasn't a penalty. There was no way that was a penalty. There was barely contact. I grant you, Jota's left arm went onto his shoulder, but there was nowhere near enough contact to even be going down, never mind claiming a penalty.
If you think he went down with less theatrics, do you think it was given?
Nah. But I mean, it was given based on the theatrics, let's be honest. So without theatrics, no, I definitely wouldn't have. But I feel like if in the, if he went to the VAR, he looked at the screen and you saw a tug of the shirt ever so slightly, or a push, maybe, but it was the fact it was his arm touching his shoulder, was that a penalty? So, and it was great. I fucking loved every bit of it. And then Simeone...
It was about like 3 minutes of waiting as well. Fucking tons of shit.
I know. And then Simeone at the end of the game, after we had won, walked straight down the tunnel, no shaking Klopp's hands.
He gives a thumbs up and then shakes every single Atletico player as they walk by.
Aye. Honestly, outstanding. Loved that. I loved that so much. Because as soon as they got Griezmann sent off, it was a dirty game from there on.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Atletico wanted
everyone to be sent off at that point.
Aye. Like Milner's booking that he got was never a yellow card.
Yeah, no, it was fucking Trippier being a wee dick.
Aye, and Trippier even smiled at the end, knowing fine well that it was never a booking. But aye, it was a dirty game after that, so I'm really fucking glad we bet them, the fucking bastards that they are.
I'll tell you what though, like, even though we've won all 3 games, we've looked very shaky defensively in the Champions League. Compared to the Prem, we've looked fucking incredible defensively in the Prem. Champions League, different story. But do you know what though? It's good, like, because both you and me sort of said at the start, we're probably in for a shaky season now. At least at the moment, everything's going all well and all good. It'll be a fucking. Do you know what? I can't be arsed though, because I know for a fact we're going to play Man United on Sunday, isn't it?
Sunday.
And we're just going to fucking draw or lose to them. It's written in the stars. We've been unbeaten since April. Always about to get the sack. What could possibly go on? Oh wait, of course he pulls it out of the bag. Gets a last minute draw or something like that. Ronaldo or something like that.
I know that's the only part I'm interested in, is to see Ronaldo. And how he fares against Van Dijk.
I cannot. If Van Dijk fucking pockets him all game, I cannot wait to see Twitter. It'll be fucking incredible.
I know, I might actually load up Twitter just for that.
Just for that occasion.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, it's too good a story if we go and hump them now. It's written in the stars that Ollie saves his job by getting a 1-1 draw against us.
Aye. And it'll be Ronaldo with a penalty or something last minute of the game.
Yeah.
And it's
tapping. Yeah.
Aye, and it's Andy Robertson that gave it away.
Never.
By the way, he was absolutely hopeless.
He was pretty bad last night, I'll give you credit. He's been very good for the majority of the season so far.
Okay.
Especially at Scotland.
You know what I will say, right? I watched Arsenal Crystal Palace on Monday night, right? And Tierney was fucking atrocious. Like, he was pathetic. And I couldn't help but think to myself, like, how are these two by far
the best left backs in
yeah, not even that. Like, they're two of the best players that Scotland have got. Obviously, that's taken into consideration. Obviously, we've got John McGinn, who's probably by far the best Scottish player. Period.
He's so disrespected by Aston Villa, by the way.
Oh no, massively. Yeah. But the way I see it is, right, he's the best Scottish player there is, and then it's probably Tierney, then Robertson, and I just find it absolutely mind blowing that one plays for Arsenal and is having such a horrid season, and the other one's having a decent season at Liverpool, but he's shite at football. It makes no sense. It's scary.
It is well that we didn't actually talk about the Scotland game in here, did we?
And that's for good reason, I would imagine.
Nah. Oh, by the way, I was thinking all the way. Do you know something I hadn't considered? Like, so I was very confident beating. So I managed to get to my first football match in about 2 years now, maybe 2.5 years now. With obviously the wonders of the pandemic. Managed to get tickets to the Scotland game. Took Ewan, previous guest, and also Sam. It was his very first ever football match.
So again, we use the term football slightly, lightly.
No, like we played very well.
Here's what I will say, right, is see if there's ever a Scotland game I would have wanted to be at, it would have been that. I feel like the atmosphere would have been fucking absolutely incredible. Especially with like a pretty much last minute winner.
Yeah. It's the first time I've been at a full. The most I've ever been at Hampden before is like I think it's like 30,000 I've seen before. This was a full capacity, bar like the director's box, but it was fucking incredible. The only time that I've been at a better atmosphere in Scotland was at Parkhead when we beat Ireland. That was fucking phenomenal. But that was something else. Like, it was just because, I mean, look, where we were positioned, we were literally on the second row from the corner flag.
Yeah.
So we're like sitting where the free kick goes in. Where we're sitting, we have a perfect view of John McGinn's goal, like the curler, and it looks like it's in slow motion for where we're sitting. We also see the second Israeli goal up at our end. Can't really see the penalty, and thank fuck for it, because it was horrific. We also then see as well, we then see Andy Robertson's cross is basically right in front of me to Dykes, who scores it. I could have creamed myself in that moment. And then we're also there when the second Israeli goal went in. As it doesn't show it on Sky, and it's fucking horrific cause of it. But like when the guy celebrates, he does that thing where he runs the corner flag and like dives in front of us. I shit you not, as he does that, right, as me and Sam are getting this cunt nothing but abuse, about 15 rows above me, a cunt lobs a pie and it hits him square in the chest as he does it. and instantly it caught me so off guard. I was like, you fuck off. And then I was just like, and just me and Sam looked at each other. Did you just see that? And we just couldn't. Like, everyone in the crowd still screaming, and me and Sam are just dying with laughter at this poor boy's been abused by a pie.
That's fucking cool.
And then obviously as well, right at the end where McTominay got last minute equaliser. The only very fucking strange part about that whole game was for the first half, McTominay took all the set pieces, which was fucking bizarre as shit.
It was to be fair, it was the first time I've seen Scotland and I've not been bored. It was exciting football. We were playing well, and John McGinn it's unbelievable. All around just a great game of football to watch, to be honest. But the atmosphere would have been fucking exceptional.
It was incredible to me. I know I'm biased because obviously I'm a Scotland fan, but like, it was fucking incredible.
I fully anticipate that.
when we came back, it's like Ewan very kindly drove us to this place, right? And when he drove us, right, he found like this like website where you can book to park on someone's driveway. It's like you pay them a tenner, you can park in the driveway for free, right? But when we parked her, like, she was a lovely woman, but she was like, you could fucking smell the weed from about Hampden. It was that bad, like. So we parked there, she's like, you boys have a good night, I hope you enjoy yourselves. We get there maybe about half an hour before kickoff, maybe 45 minutes before kickoff. We come back, right, and there's a queue of folk at this woman's gaff, and bear in mind she has like a slightly bigger than normal driveway, right? There's like 6 cars on this driveway. Ewan's car's the one that's in front that needs to go. And we're like, what the fuck? I mean, people, there's just like cars parked everywhere. So this woman probably made herself about 60 quid from that night. Pretty good business.
That's good business. I like that.
And then, so bear in mind, a football match is an hour and a half long, and then take us an hour and 45 to drive home.
Yeah. No, I know that for going to Brookshire too.
Yeah, but nah, it was fucking class, and I loved it. But quickly back to it, and we're going to go and see them again in November when they'll play Denmark and they'll be humped about 4-0 and the mood will be very different.
It will be different. But hey, it's so fun.
At least we got the good part out of the way. But quickly back, yeah, so Salah's best player in the world at the moment, current form.
Confirm 100%.
He's going to win the Ballon d'Or then.
Anybody that disagrees with that, by the way, is stupid. The Ballon d'Or this season.
It's going to be good, isn't it? Because of the Copa. No, I think it's because
it's probably because they moved. It doesn't deserve it. It's as simple as that. It doesn't deserve it.
I don't know. He carried a very shit Barca team on his shoulders.
Pish. That's bias coming out your fucking ears right there.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Honestly. It's fucking a disgrace you've even said something so ridiculous.
Yeah, he did fucking carry
them.
Fuck.
Carried him to what?
He was top, well, okay, if December, he would have been fucking like 9th without him being there.
What could have set in place? That's why you're an Aberdeen fan. You know what I mean? You accepted second best.
No. He would have fucking, they would have came right for that no Champions League football.
What? Pash. They could have won the Copa del Rey. Or whatever the fuck it's called.
Del Rey. Of course.
Whatever. You know, who gives a fuck? Spanish football. But because he moved to PSG and it's his first season away, he had a good game last night for PSG. You know, these wee things all come into consideration. He'll win the Ballon d'Or and that. It shouldn't be. It's a tough one, to be honest. Like, if you want to go and get to Messi, who would you say?
If he's out of the question. Probably Lewandowski, maybe. Alright,
so I was thinking Lewandowski.
If fucking Jorginho or Kante gets it, by the way, that's a disgrace, though.
I mean, I don't know. Jorginho's had that absolute fucking blinder.
No, you cannot say. He's not even the best midfielder for national or club.
Yeah.
He's a very good player, and he's had a very good season. He's not been the best in the world.
I feel like we just need to move on because, you know.
Because I'm right.
No. He had a fucking absolute astonishing fucking campaign in the World Cup.
World Cup,
No, the Euros, whatever the fuck it was.
Don't care. 8 games doesn't deserve a Ballon d'Or.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
Win a competition. Win a Champions League.
I mean, again, like that wasn't him that won it. That was...
I mean,
Kante. If you're going off of that,
no. Listen, based off what the Ballon d'Or is based on, it's based on trophies won.
Recently, yes.
Yeah. No, it always has been.
No, they literally changed the fucking like laws of it recently, like about 3 years ago, to take tournaments into more consideration.
It used to be Messi would win the Champions League, but Ronaldo scored 100 more goals, and that would just get to Messi because he won the Champions League. And it's embarrassing. But, right, here's the way I see it. Is Jorginho played a pivotal part for his team to win the Euros.
Yeah.
It had a great tournament. Probably one of the best there. Okay. If not the best midfielder there. Yeah. And then he's been exceptional last season for Chelsea and this season.
Exceptional?
Aye.
He's been very good.
No, he's been exceptional. Aye, 100%. Put it this way, right? This season, in the Prem, not a Liverpool midfielder, other than Curtis Jones, has impressed me as much as Jorginho. And I would put
Fabinho?
No, and I would put him in my team before I would have Henderson in current form, Milner in current form, Oxlade in current form, Kate on current form, 100%. Maybe and Fabinho. Fuck it, and Fabinho.
Fuck off! No, you wouldn't.
Aye,
that's state behaviour.
You're just biased, as per fucking usual.
No, I'm not.
You absolutely are.
I'm not, because I like the player. He's just
Fabinho came on last night
and had a great game. Like that's it. Like Jorginho's been class. He's been brilliant. He has not been the best player in the world.
I never said right. It's different though because you can't just say the best player in the world because
right. Okay,
it's never based on that though.
Okay, right, but take that out of it. Should that not be what it is based on?
It should be, but it's not. You know it's not. So. You know,
if he fucking walks out of that golden bar, fuck me, by the way.
He would deserve it.
Yeah, well, no, but anyway.
And he can leave with his head held high.
Leave where? He's like 29. Is he going to retire after that? Sorry, guys. I put in one half decent season. That's me.
One half decent season. It's fucking scandalous for you.
I don't know how to wind you up.
Scandalous, it really is.
Right. Before we finish, I actually do want to ask you about this. I was watching on my way to Lovey the other day. I was listening to the True Johnny podcast where they had John Fury on. And I know your feelings towards the Fury family are very high.
Yeah, I did see the clip you're about to talk about, though, I think. Anyway, carry on.
Yeah, no, it's mainly just because him saying that Tommy Fury's finished if he loses to Jake Paul. Right. What's your thoughts on that? Because like he just totally, really? Well, he should retire from boxing then if he loses to him.
He didn't specify retire. What he says is he's finished. No, he says he was finished with him in boxing, and he says he should be absolutely ashamed of himself and all that. So it was harsh comments, right? But what I will say is, retiring for boxing is a bold statement because obviously everybody loses, everybody has their off nights. But if he goes into this fight unprepped and with a smidgen of him being able to lose, he's no right for the sport.
You and me both said if they take fight, he's going to lose it, didn't we?
I genuinely still believe he will lose.
We need to get that belt on with Gio because I guarantee him we can rip him for good money at this point.
No, definitely. But having said that, though, with the comments that his dad made, if that doesn't spur you on, I don't know what the fuck does. You know what I mean? So.
Would you not be kind of pissed off at that, though? Well, actually, no, I take that back.
Nah,
I see more. You think that would maybe be the determined driving factor to go for it?
Fuck it. If that doesn't make him train,
he's like
hard on stuff, then I don't know what does.
It's actually fucking mental how different though he is to like his brother and his dad, isn't it? He's like a fucking different person.
It's night and day.
I know. But yeah, so we know that he's going to lose him.
Well, we don't know it, but we both believe it. The comments were funny though that his dad made, and if for me, you only take that as I want to prove this fucking old cunt wrong. Do you know what I mean? That's the way I would take that.
Do you not think as well though it's partial? Like, fair enough, he might just be saying it just to wind up his son and get him to go for it. But there's part of him that just doesn't rate him at all and thinks it'll be a walkover for him. Because that's a dangerous game in itself. Because you've seen, like everyone's seen at this point that he can now fight, not to the most incredible degree, but he can fight. Is that not just a risk now at this point of like just chancing it in case like he fucking loses it? Like just being like, this cunt's nothing. When in reality,
if he goes in the fight and expects to win, he'll lose.
Yeah. I'm not even saying, I'm not even from Tommy's point of view. I mean from like John's point of view, is he maybe like under thinking how good Jake Paul is to a certain extent?
Underestimating him, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. Because Jake Paul can go.
Yeah. I'll be interested if I actually do fight then.
I know. It would be exciting.
Right. Do you have anything else that you want to add for this week?
No. No. I mean, I'm going to now go to my bed and die. So.
Well, yeah. Well, I suppose this will be the last time you even see this background. Next week will be the final episode in the Crunch Studio. You'll in 2 weeks' time for episode 99 see me looking probably very stressed in a very different setup. Getting ready for the 100th episode, but we might do. But until that point, I've been Liam Whyte.
I've been Jamie Allan.
We'll see you all next time. Goodbye.
We talk football and current events, sitting and chatting with the very best guests. With two Scottish boys and we're loving that. So if you like witty banter, check the former #1 podcast on iTunes. Sitting and chatting.